Carissa here from The Littlest Seedling. In this short clip, my dog had previously stolen a chunk of dirt from the bin, and then he yaks it up all over the kitchen floor. So you'll see my reaction here. So, yeah, that's prongs. Anyway, as for the planting, I have a pot of water boiling on the stove, and I am dumping 3 to 4 bags of Burpee's eco-friendly, natural, and organic seed starting mix. I like this mix because it's light and very fluffy, which helps the roots grow and holds onto moisture without rotting the whole plant. I bought these at Menards for around $5, but you can find seed starting mix just about anywhere that sells soil. Once the water is boiling, I pour some of the water into the tub, but make sure you are careful because it is hot. I pour mix a little until the pot is empty, and then I give it a good thorough mix, put the lid on it, and I let it sit for at least 1 hour, but I like to let it sit longer if I can. Next, I take my hand shovel and I scoop the dirt into each individual cell, and then I use the side of the shovel to scrape dirt in and kind of pack it down without pushing the dirt all the way down. I want to keep it loose so that it helps the roots grow. Now for planting the actual seeds, I make sure to mark on a small white stake the tray number and top left and bottom right. This is keeping me oriented. I like to use a marker to make a hole that is about 1/4 inch deep. I usually make 2 holes per cell, but you can definitely do just 1 per cell. I then use tweezers and I start planting my Carolina Reaper seeds. These were leftovers from a previous tray. The seeds are hot enough that it will actually cause a reaction in the palm of your hand. I also like to use tweezers on really small seeds like poppy seeds because they're so small it's hard to pick them up with your fingers. So I like to get them between the tweezers and just drop it right in the dirt. So oftentimes you'll see me kind of poking into the dirt with the tweezers. That's to get the seeds off. This is my 4th tray that I've done, and I will make a video soon on how I keep them labeled and organized. So this method of adding boiling water to the dirt is not necessary to start seeds. This is something my uncle has taught me, and he's done it in the past, and I was very impressed with the growth of the seedlings that he would bring over and trade with me. So I wanted to try it his way. In the past, I would just buy a bag of soil, mix it in a wheelbarrow or a big pot with some warm water, and just pre-soak that soil. That way it'll help keep the seeds moist. In order for the seed to germinate, so that's actually when it goes from seed into tiny seedling, most seeds have to be warm and damp. So boiling the water not only kills any possible fungus or diseases in that bag of soil, but it also makes the soil hot and wet for you to plant and have a great rate of germination with your seeds. Since this is my 4th tray, most all my other trays have starts already. Some of them, it was within 2 days I started showing growth, which last year I felt like it was nowhere near as quick as that. So I'm very happy with this method so far. Now that I have my seeds in their little holes that I made, I'm going to sprinkle the whole tray with just ground cinnamon. This is just cinnamon I get from any grocery store in the baking aisle. Cinnamon is naturally antifungal and helps prevent diseases from spreading in that hot and damp environment. After I cover it with cinnamon, I'll sprinkle a little bit more dirt on top. You just want to barely cover the seeds. You don't need to bury it totally. I just go through and I make sure it's flat. I like to make my tray as flat as possible because as the seeds start popping up, you'll be able to see the disturbance in the dirt. So I like to see that ahead of time so I can be excited to start seeing green growing out of the dirt. Once you get those seeds covered totally, take that clear cover that came with your tray and go ahead and cover it to create that tiny greenhouse, and then celebrate because you have officially started this year's garden. Okay everyone, thank you so much for watching. This has been a dream of mine for years and I'm happy to finally be here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please share it with your family and friends to get them pumped up for this year's garden. Bye everyone.